hold on. She wants to sexually harass trans women? Because that's what that is. If you take a picture of somebody's genitals without their permission, that is sexual harassment. So she wants to actively... Okay, cool. I can now say this, and it is not slander, nor is it libel. J.K. Rowling is a rape apologist.
Okay.
That's what that is.
At the very least, a sexual assault apologist.
Wow, there's a really weird word for sexual assault. Anyway,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's semantics, but I could see how semantics in a legal case would actually matter.
This is one thing that I am willing to stand by. If you are willing, as an individual, to argue for the sexual assaulting of others, the word I will use for you is rape apologist, because I believe it is a earned title based on what you are advocating for. And that's what she is advocating for sexual assault against other people, trans or otherwise. Yeah,
no, I do not disagree with you. Like, my disagreement with you is such that this is not a hill that I'm going to die on. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm looking for a Smooth Dunk comic that I meant to find before the stream.
Robbie says there's a line of thought that Joanne is potentially trans based on things she has said in the past. I do not think transvestigating J.K. Rowling is the move.
No.
But I do think it is very, very strange for somebody who ostensibly argues that the safety of women is the most important thing in the world, and that's why she does what she does. What happens when this person is taking a picture of a cis woman in a toilet who just happens to be a little clocky? Like, because that's happened in Walmart already. Because you're just gonna
this article is full of examples of that happening.
Like, you're just gonna end up getting regular cis women, and that doesn't justify it in the first place, right? No closer to zero amount of cis women getting harassed eventually equals out to the trans people being harassed as a good thing. No amount is correct. Nobody should have pictures of themselves taken in the fucking bathroom. And apologies, but if I find out that somebody tried to do that to my girlfriend, Saki, in the bathroom, then that person would find out exactly how close I'm willing to get to going to jail. I am sorry, but no, you do not fucking do that.
Oh, I think they might have deleted it.
Minute Rice says, one bizarre silver lining of growing up conservative Christian, I never developed that childhood attachment to Harry Potter, but my heart goes out to the people who had to let it go because of her bullshit. See, my thing is...
Oh, God, good thing I didn't do that on stream.
This conversation seems to have to happen every time we bring up J.K. Rowling. I enjoy the books, and I don't give money to anything that she does.
Yeah.
There it is.
So let's read the actual tweet that she sent out.
Sure, why not?
So if you didn't know, England passed a bill where trans people basically can't use the washroom. Like, it's not they have to use the washroom with their assigned sex at birth. I forget the wording in the washroom basically excludes them from using the washroom at all in public. Which, as far as I'm concerned, that's a human rights violation. So Rowling, when asked,
Joanne.
Yeah, when asked how would you enforce that, she responded with, quite easily, really. Decent men will stay out, as they always have, so we can assume all who don't are a threat, given their disregard for women's and girls' safety, privacy, and dignity. Photographing, reporting, and disseminating such men's images online will be a piece of cake. Which basically means any woman you see in the washroom who you don't think looks womanly enough, take their picture.
What happens when it's a trans woman who's had bottom surgery? Do you just hit yourself in confusion at that point? Like,
I don't know.
What do you do? What are you supposed to do then? Because then you're gonna get people arguing in the fucking comment section of whatever sexual harassment you're trying to do as to whether or not that's a woman, because despite saying they can always tell, they can't always tell.
They can almost never tell.
There's a freaking cis guy who made a post about his experiences of going outside wearing a pronoun badge, just saying my pronouns are he, him. That's it. And then suddenly people kept calling him she. He's a cis guy. Doesn't look feminine at all, but simply by doing that, people were just like, "Oh no, you must be a woman masquerading as a man, because only a woman masquerading as a man would put on a pronouns tag." We live in a backwards goddamn clown world. We really do. People are stupid.
Yep. Hundo P.
Astral says, so if even someone who's actually a cis woman looks like they're trans, they'll be caught in the crossfire or even targeted by perverts who claim to suspect her of being trans. Yeah, that thing that's already been happening? Yes.
So in March, Phoenix cops burst into a woman's restroom to remove a butch lesbian, accusing her of being a man. In January, anti-trans rep Lauren Boebert reportedly told a cis woman in the Capitol restroom, "You shouldn't be here," before storming back into the restroom with her transphobic colleague, only to realize the woman wasn't trans. In November 2022, a cisgender woman harassed another cis woman with short hair in the public restroom of Rampart Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, because she thought she was trans. In May of 2016, 22-year-old cis woman Amy Toms was called disgusting, flicked off, and escorted out of the bathroom because a woman mistook her for being trans. Flicked off?
Like flipping the bird?
Do they mean like flipping the bird? Like when I hear flick off, I think of like flicking the bean.
Oh,
that's a very different thing.
No, like we used to always call it flicking off when I was a kid. So
okay, that's not one that I've heard for that. I figured it out from context, but my initial thought was masturbating. That's a weird item on that list.
Masturbating's not weird; it's natural.
I'm just picturing one of those like self-hating gay, anti-gay preachers that is actually gay.
He's just sitting there going,
like, "You're so disgusting."
Yeah, he's just in there. God hates it when I touch my wiener.
God, I can't believe you would let me suck on your penis. You're so disgusting and depraved.
You blasphemed him as you did that, and I find that hot for some reason.
Oh, Lord of Uzkalak has never heard of flicking the bean?
Well, Lord of Uzkalak, to be fair, most men haven't found the damn thing, so...
Yeah.
I can understand not hearing the expression.
It's not hard to find. All you have to, like, do they not look before they touch?
Just.
It's easy. It's right there.
Just move the hood.
It's right there.
It's like working on a car. Just check under the hood. It's fine.
Yeah. Like even if it's still covered in the hood, it's still obvious where the hood is. I don't know. I just don't understand men who haven't found it.
I think it's less so just
it's less a skill issue and more a care issue.
Thought process. I think it is more that guys think that the stroking is the thing that women want. Like the going in and out is the thing that they want. When
no, that's the thing that guys want.
Yeah, that's the thing that guys want because that's what gives us our friction. There's different things that you need to do for pleasuring a woman very, very separately. Yeah, women have a G-spot up there, and going in and out isn't always the thing that actually hits that.
Well, the clit is basically the same, like, as far as, like, anatomy goes, it's basically the same as a penis.
Yeah.
A penis is just a really big clit.
It's the itty-bitty peenie.
So, think about, like, having sex... Instead of, like, actually, like, from the guy's perspective, you don't get to stick it in anything. You just get your perineum tickled. You just get little taint tickles. Is that going to be enjoyable for you? Like, yeah, it's enjoyable to have the taint tickles. But I'm not going to get off of that.
But it might not be the only thing that you need to be doing there.
I'd like other things as well.
Or so friend says when the anti-gay preacher has a suspicious lack of a gag reflex.
Hey... I made so many jokes about how my lack of a gag reflex was wasted on a straight man before I found out. Now it's like, okay, not so wasted anymore.
I learned that I can suppress mine. Anyway.
Okay. Speaking of which...
Oh? Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really could not do any of this without all of you. Those of you watching, and especially those of you who support me on Patreon. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to thank all of you who do that, because with YouTube being what it is these days, I really cannot do this full-time without the support from each and every one of you. Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Tales of Atonement, Nixie Chan, Kiri Artemis, Limor Pinku, Love Bunny Games, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Aurora, Leela Ururaka, Arcton Arclacier, Kiratorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fireshard. Thank you so very much. But since you're here, why not go ahead and try watching another one? There should be one that's on the screen right now. And if you are a patron of mine, I wanted to go ahead and thank you again for all of your support. There is still a video you could press though, if you'd like. I would appreciate it just a little bit.